that LVMH has a really ambitious sustainability roadmap called Life 360, and it consists of quantified objectives around strategic pillars like creative circularity, biodiversity, climate, traceability, and transparency. And I'm curious, how does Belmond align with this ambitious roadmap that is Life 360?
The roadmap for us has been fantastic because sustainability is part of who we are and actually who we've always been. We talk about our purpose as perpetuating the legendary art of travel, and perpetuation means sustainability. It means that you are bringing it to the next generation and the next generation after that. So it's really kind of fundamental to who we are. The Life 360 program gave us a roadmap, and it's something that we haven't had. It gave us structure. So over the last couple of years, we've really aligned with it, and it's given us great advantages. We spent a lot of time getting baselines on all the metrics to make sure that we can measure what we're doing and measure the improvements that we're making. We also aligned with EarthCheck. EarthCheck in our industry is the gold standard in certification, and I'm super proud that all of our properties participating in EarthCheck have now been certified, which again is just another way of demonstrating that we are foundationally in a good place. But like our whole strategy, we're now at this level and it's time for us to really step up. So we're focused on different areas. One is around our people. I talked earlier about how people are everything for us at Belmond. And that's about fair wage, that's about benefits. Fundamentally, it's about taking care of our people who work with us, but also taking care of the communities that we live within. So that's huge. The second is around our habitats. Now, we are so fortunate that so many of our properties are located in some of the most pristine, beautiful nature in the world. And it's our job to protect that, to ensure that that is perpetuated for generations to come. And then the last one, and this is just an amazing thing, it's around gastronomy. Obviously, gastronomy plays a huge role in luxury hospitality in Belmond's world. Amazingly, more than 50% of our carbon emissions come through food and beverage, scope 1, scope 2, and scope 3. So we're making a really big effort to make sure that we are sourcing locally, that we are working not just locally, but locally with farmers who are really passionate about this like we are, and then making sure that our chefs will continue to deliver the most refined, the most elevated food, but in a way that is more sustainable than anybody else is doing. From a guest experience, it will be seamless. It'll be beautiful. They will have incredible food and beverage, and they will be helping us and the world reduce its carbon footprint along the way.
And perpetuating. I love that word, and yeah. I love how you've been able to make that an advantage, something that you offer. Well, it sounds like sustainability is very present for all of the people involved at Belmond. Is that how it is for you too, Claire?
It's really wonderful to see the sustainability initiatives that our on-property teams, including myself, incorporate into our daily lives. And Dan, I was just curious, we know about Belmond's global partnership with Parley for the Oceans. I was curious your thoughts on this initiative.
Sure, I love this partnership. So it's a global partnership that's starting at Maroma. Maroma, actually, we just finished an amazing reimagination of our beautiful hotel in Mexico. And the setting is perfect to work with a Parley for the Ocean because it is alongside one of the most beautiful beaches in the world on one of the most beautiful oceans in the world. So we took this opportunity to really look at what we can do with Parley for a great sustainability effort. It has two components. One is about education, and this is so crucial because it not only educates our guests, but it gives our team, our people in the hotel, the opportunity to learn and work next to some world-class scientists, learning about the ocean, learning about coral reefs, learning about the opportunity to use sargassum for something incredibly sustainable. It's a great thing for our teams, and it's a great thing for our teams to then share with our guests. The second thing is actually real hardcore work. And this involves making sure that our beach is the most impeccable and well-maintained beach in the world, that the coral reefs that we have outside the hotel are mapped to ensure that they are sustained for generations to come. So I love this partnership, and I can't wait to see how we can expand it around the world.
Sounds really comprehensive, hitting on the education and getting your hands in there and cleaning up the beach. We're going to switch gears a little bit now because Josh is coming from beauty industry and he had a question around other ways that Belmont gives back to society.
Yes, thank you so much. So we know that LVMH Group is deeply invested in supporting art and culture. How does that commitment manifest at Belmont?
So I think that luxury and luxury hospitality and culture and art are intrinsically linked. And certainly in the Belmont brand, we consider art and culture a key element to who we are and the red thread that we curate around all of our individual properties. So we have lots of examples. I mentioned earlier this incredible carriage that we built with JR, the contemporary artist. That is a flagship art project where actually, I think for the first time in hospitality, the art is actually a room rather than the room having art in it. It's really amazing. Another example would be our Legends campaign. This is where we work with upcoming contemporary photographers. And we brief them on something that can be both an advertising campaign. So you'll see our print media will look significantly different from anyone else because it's art, it's not advertising. And to that point, we can then use it in displays. We can work with galleries and we can have actual exhibitions of the Legends campaign around the world. And lastly, it's translated into books. So we've started to do contemporary photography books, and they're selling very well. So it's a nice element that I think helps secure the link and make us truly sound in the idea that Belmont and contemporary photography are linked.
That also reminds me of what you were saying in the beginning about how Belmont is continuously pushing the limits and pushing boundaries of hospitality. It's not every day that you think of hospitality and maybe art or photography. And so it's really wonderful to see how that plays out for you guys. For our last topic that we're going to get into today, especially for bright next generation talents like Claire and Josh, I'm sure that they're eager to hear your tips for how to grow their careers.
Brilliant. Well, it's not every day you get to ask a CEO a question. So I'm curious to know, what piece of advice would you give yourself at the beginning of your career?
I actually got this advice back in the dark ages when I was a young and bright rising talent. And someone said to me, my mentor said to me, always be a corporate entrepreneur. And it means that you don't wait to be given a job. You actually don't look at an org chart and assume that it is static. You identify opportunities in the business where you can create value, and then you go and you pitch it. And sometimes it means that you expand your job and you take on more responsibilities. And sometimes it means that whoever you speak to says, wow, that was really not a good idea, but thank you for your effort. And both are okay because you have to keep pushing. And I actually found this in my career. I had plenty of rejections along the way, but I kept asking. I kept trying to grow my personal opportunities and to do it in a way that creates value for the company. Fundamentally, the most important thing along this path, though, is you can never do it at the expense of someone else who's trying to do the same.
That's great advice. What about you, Claire?
My question, I feel so lucky to be in an industry that I love, and I'm curious your tips for a professional looking to pursue a career in hospitality, especially in the luxury hospitality sector.
It's that passion, it's that love that makes people successful in our industry. Our industry is not an easy one. Our industry never stops. It goes 365 days a year, 24 hours a day, holidays, weekends, nights, and you have to love what you're doing to be successful in our industry. You couple that passion, that love for the game with incredible attention to detail, and this is true across the industry in any one of the roles that we have across our entire guest journey. When you couple that attention to detail with the incredible passion for delivering exceptional experiences for our guests, you'll be in great shape.
Well, we can definitely hear the passion in your voice as you're saying it. And I was wondering, how would you pitch Belmont to somebody who might not be considering a career in hospitality like Claire already is, why should they join?
Oh, that's a double question.
Right.
So the first question is hospitality and luxury hospitality. And I think that luxury hospitality is the most special version of luxury today. I believe when we talk about what luxury is and we talk about this concept of slow luxury and experiential luxury, this is what we do. We make sure that every moment in the guest journey, from the moment that they consider a holiday to when they return home, is totally curated. And that is special, and that is the future of luxury. And we're doing this already. So luxury hospitality, the best. Then why Belmond? Because at Belmond, you can be a version of yourself. We don't script you. We want you to be genuine because we know that that's what our guests react to. And I think if you're passionate about delivering exceptional experiences to guests and you can be yourself while doing it, I think it's the best place to work in the world.
Dan, thank you so much. This entire conversation has been super inspiring and enlightening. I've learned so much about Belmond, about your industry, about your passion. And I'd also like to thank Claire and Josh for joining us. Thank you for your excellent questions. It was fun to interview 3-on-1. This format was really great for us. Dan, is there any final message that you would like to share to our viewers?
I'm just so thrilled to have the opportunity to speak to you, to the viewers today, to transmit some of our expertise, to talk about the passion that we have and hopefully infect other people with that type of passion, because what we're doing is so special. What we're trying to achieve is so unique. So it's, I hope it's a little bit contagious in the good way, what we've talked about today.
Well, it definitely was for my part. Thank you to all of our viewers who are watching. I hope you really enjoyed this conversation as much as I did with the CEO of Belmond, Dan Ruff. Stay tuned here on Inside LVMH for more inspiring conversations.